When people talk about France, their first thought is almost always Paris, and rightly so. Known worldwide as the City of Light, it enchants with its iconic sights such as the Eiffel Tower, its impeccable gardens, and the imposing Arc de Triomphe. What perhaps nobody told you is that the French capital also deserves the title of City of Luxury, depending, of course, on your bank balance. If you have a generous bank account, the French capital is practically an amusement park, full of experiences that mix exclusivity, history, and ostentation. It's no surprise that it tops the list of millionaires' favorite destinations. According to a report by Henley and Partners, around 83% of people who earn more than $1 million a year choose Paris as their home or refuge. Impressive, isn't it? And why such fascination? It all comes down to one word: glamour. Add to that safety, top schools, promising businesses, and a vibrant cultural life. The result is a place that seems tailor-made for those looking for the best and who aren't afraid to open their wallets for it. Now, if you're not thinking of moving to Paris, no problem. The city is also perfect for those who just want to enjoy a bit of luxury, even for a few days. Because believe me, when it comes to ostentation, Parisians don't skimp. Want to find out what millionaires and billionaires do to enjoy life in the most glamorous country in the world? Then you'd better sit down, because French charm comes at a price, and it's a high one. Number 1. Luxury hotels. In France, especially in Paris, accommodation for those with money to spare goes beyond just having a comfortable room. And to prove it, I'll give you 3 examples. Let's start with the Hôtel de Crillon, located on the famous Place de la Concorde at the end of the Champs-Élysées, one of the most important and charming avenues in the city. Before it became a hotel, the building already welcomed the cream of society, including Marie Antoinette, who frequented the place before the French Revolution. Today, it remains synonymous with exclusivity, attracting stars such as Taylor Swift and Angelina Jolie. The highlight is the suite designed by fashion designer Karl Lagerfeld, with a privileged view of the obelisk of Luxor, a gift from Egypt to France in the 19th century. And the price of spending a night in this luxury? Around 20,000 euros. It's definitely for the few. Another icon worth mentioning is the legendary Ritz, located on the elegant Place Vendôme. This hotel is practically a legend. It was Coco Chanel's temporary home, as well as hosting the likes of Audrey Hepburn, Ernest Hemingway, and even the Duke and Duchess of Windsor. The rooms here are not just accommodations. They are truly breathtaking suites. One of the most coveted is the Vendôme suite, decorated with imposing furniture, vibrant colors, and luxurious finishes. It has a whirlpool bath, private sauna, and even a wine cellar filled with fine French wines. All this for just $70,000 a night. Do you want luxury? You'll find it here. If you want to escape the hustle and bustle of the city, Château de Villette is the perfect retreat. Just 40 minutes from Paris, it was designed at the end of the 17th century by the same architect as the Palace of Versailles, Jules Hardouin-Mansart. It's not for nothing that the place has earned the nickname Little Versailles. Restored in 2011, the castle combines history with modernity. Its interiors were designed by Jacques Garcia, known for his projects at Versailles and the Louvre. The place has attracted personalities such as Tom Cruise, John Travolta, and Lenny Kravitz, as well as being the setting for more than 80 movie productions, including films starring Audrey Hepburn and Tom Hanks. And the price of this exclusivity? Around $270,000 for a week. Number 2. Haute Cuisine. When it comes to gastronomy, France isn't just the benchmark, it's practically the main stage. Eating in Paris goes far beyond a meal. It's about immersing yourself in a culture that transforms ingredients into art. In haute cuisine, everything is meticulously thought out, impeccable techniques, breathtaking presentations, and flavors that become memories. To understand what it means to eat with glamour, Le Jules Verne, located in the Eiffel Tower itself, is a good place to start. Imagine dining inside the world's most famous postcard, with the whole city shining outside. The full menu paired with wines costs around 300 euros per person. Now, if you want luxury in its purest form, Alain Ducasse au Plaza Athénée is the place. The dining room, decorated with crystal chandeliers that seem to float in the air, is already a spectacle before dinner even begins. One of the highlights on the menu is the loup de mer, a refined fish prepared with caviar. To try this delicacy, be prepared to spend around 500 euros. But the pinnacle of the experience is the full menu with rare champagnes pairing. And yes, the price goes up to 1,000 euros per person. Want something even more exclusive? No problem. You can book the entire restaurant for a private event. The price starts at 150,000 euros, which means that a dinner for you and your millionaire friends costs almost as much as a property. Number 3. Luxury cruise on the River Seine. No visit to the French capital would be complete without a trip down the River Seine, would it? However, the elite experience is not restricted to the crowded tourist boats. For those who can afford it, there are private yachts with impeccable onboard service, champagne at will, delicacies prepared by star chefs, and even live musicians. For 10,000 euros in just 2 hours of sailing, you can see monuments such as Notre Dame Cathedral, the Eiffel Tower, and the Louvre without rushing, wrapped in silk, crystals, and silverware. And if you want to personalize the tour even more, there are pyrotechnic presentations, themed decorations, and professional photographers to capture every moment. Number 4. Art and private culture. Paris breathes art. Museums like the Louvre and the Musée d'Orsay are not just tourist attractions. They are guardians of a large part of humanity's cultural heritage. But let's face it, endless queues and crowds aren't exactly the definition of luxury. For the very rich, the experience is completely different. It's all bespoke and, of course, with absolute exclusivity. Have you ever thought of having the entire Louvre to yourself? Well, that's not a dream. It's an affordable reality for those who can afford it. The cost is approximately 50,000 euros per night. This privilege includes a personalized guided tour with renowned historians, as well as private dinners in the museum's historic halls, decorated as they were in Napoleon's time. And it's not just the Louvre that offers this kind of experience. At the Musée d'Orsay, the wealthy can book exclusive evenings to admire the works of Van Gogh, Monet, and Degas in complete tranquility. Some packages go even further, offering live classical music concerts between the works and sophisticated cocktails served in private galleries. For the more demanding, it's even possible to organize temporary exhibitions with pieces from private collections, guaranteeing a touch of exclusivity that few can imagine. Can you tell me you don't find this way of appreciating the Mona Lisa chic? Number 5. Shopping in the boutiques of Avenue Montaigne. Have you ever heard of the Golden Triangle of fashion, formed by the avenues Montaigne, Champs-Élysées, and Georges Quinta? It's the most famous area in Paris when it comes to luxury fashion. This is where brands such as Chanel, Dior, and Hermès are located, and where haute couture began. In fact, for a label to be considered haute couture, it must have an atelier in this exclusive area. While Dubai's shop windows are ostentatious, Paris's are stylish. Stores like Chanel, Dior, and Hermès are not just places to buy clothes. They are veritable fashion sanctuaries where everything is designed to offer a unique experience. For the elite, this experience goes even further. Private shopping sessions allow clients to be assisted by renowned stylists who create exclusive, tailor-made pieces. And it doesn't stop there. Many of these addresses offer personalization services where every detail of a garment is chosen by the customer. And the price? Well, that depends. A personalized Hermès bag with an exclusive design can cost up to 300,000 euros. But be patient. Waiting lists for exclusive items are quite common and can take months. Another luxury shopping option is Seine, one of the oldest department stores in Paris. Founded in 1870, it has been renovated to preserve its historic architecture. Today, in addition to clothes and jewelry, it offers restaurants, spas, and even a VIP apartment. Here, you can spend a whole day without leaving the place, as long as your budget allows. Number 6. Luxury wines and champagnes. Can you imagine opening a bottle of wine that costs the same as a luxury car? Names like Romanée Conti, the king of wines, and Dom Pérignon Vintage, a celebration classic, aren't just drinks. They're symbols of exclusivity and tradition. And the price reflects this. A bottle of Romanée Conti can exceed 25,000 euros, while limited editions of Dom Pérignon are not far behind. But for those who really love wine, it's not enough just to drink it. You have to experience it. Exclusive experiences take lovers straight to the Champagne or Bordeaux regions, where it all begins. Historic wineries offer private tastings that include vineyard tours, paired dinners signed by star chefs, and, in some cases, the chance to create your own personalized vintage. And of course, all this comes at a price. Some of these experiences cost up to 100,000 euros. In this package, you can expect helicopter transportation, luxury accommodation, and expert guides to ensure that every moment is unforgettable. After all, when it comes to wine, luxury isn't just in the bottle, it's in the whole experience. Number 7. Air transportation. And speaking of heights, while most of us face crowded buses, crammed subways, or, on the best days, take an app car to get around Paris, the city's elite simply don't mix. For them, the sky's the limit, literally. Helicopters are one of the favorite means of transport for those who can, especially to avoid chaotic traffic and maximize time. A flight from the center of Paris to Charles de Gaulle Airport, which can take over an hour by car, can be done in just 15 minutes by helicopter. The prices, as well as the experience, are high and cost around 2,000 euros per trip, depending on the number of passengers and the company hired. And for those who want to go further afield, such as a getaway to the Champagne vineyards or the stunning French Riviera, prices can exceed 10,000 euros per flight. But not everyone is a fan of flying. For those who prefer to keep their feet on the ground, the luxury continues. Only on wheels. Renting cars like a Lamborghini Huracan or a Rolls-Royce Ghost is common among the Parisian elite. Prices start at around 2,000 euros a day for sports models and go up to more than 5,000 euros for ultra-exclusive vehicles like the Bentley Bentayga. And if driving isn't part of your plans, the solution is even simpler. Hire a chauffeur service. This way, you can get around the city's hottest addresses in comfort and with zero effort. Number 8. luxury spa. After a busy day, or maybe just because you can, relaxing in Paris is as luxurious an experience as the city itself. The spas here are not just spaces to recharge, but veritable temples of well-being designed to impress. Forget basic massages and simple saunas. Luxury goes to another level. One example is the Valmont Spa in the iconic Le Meurice Palace Hotel. This is a favorite of the world's elite, and it's not hard to see why. Its treatments include literally precious ingredients, such as caviar and gold. An exfoliation session here can cost more than €1,000, or around 5,500 Rs, with the promise of a red carpet-worthy result. But that's just the beginning. For those looking for real exclusivity, some spas offer experiences worthy of a movie script. Imagine a private bath with Dom Perignon champagne, rose petals scattered around the tub, and, of course, champagne both in the glass and in the water. The cost? A good few tens of thousands of euros, and the price still varies according to the vintage chosen. For those who prefer a more modest approach, in terms of the elite, of course, the Institut Dior, located on the prestigious Rue Saint-Honoré, is an excellent option. Its facial treatments combine cutting-edge techniques with the brand's exclusive products, providing true rejuvenation. And the price to turn back time, around €2,000 per session. Number 9. Exclusive jewelry. And to close with a golden key, literally, we enter the fascinating world of exclusive jewelry. After all, who wants to run the risk of arriving at an event and finding someone wearing the same model of necklace as yours? That's why brands like Cartier and Van Cleef and Arpels take exclusivity to another level, creating unique and personalized pieces. Many of these creations are inspired by Parisian icons, such as the Eiffel Tower or the curves of the river Seine. A striking example is Cartier's L'Oiseau Libéré necklace, a bird-shaped piece adorned with diamonds and sapphires. This gem was auctioned off in Paris for around €2 million. Paris is also known for its breathtaking auctions at the historic Maison Dreux, where rare and historic jewels from aristocratic families change hands. One of the highlights was the legendary Beau Sancy blue diamond with over 500 years of history, which sold for an impressive €8 million, approximately 44 million reais. After all, luxury is not just a question of price, but of owning what no one else has, don't you think? And so we come to the end of this journey through the exclusive world of the rich in Paris, where luxury goes far beyond what we are used to imagining. Now we want to hear from you. If you had the chance to experience one of these extravagances, which would you choose? Let us know in the comments and share your opinion. If you enjoyed this journey, stick around. Subscribe to Bello Mundo, turn on notifications, and follow our next explorations of fascinating destinations and impressive lifestyles. Thanks for your company, and see you on the next adventure.